everybody, welcome back to our channel. We are here to do Cadence's 3-month update. She is 3 months old as of yesterday. Holy crap, time is flying. I wish we could just freeze time from here on out. I don't want her to get any bigger. She is getting so big. I just can't. It needs to stop right now. Let's just jump right into it, into her update. So her weight as of right now is about 10 pounds 4 ounces. As of the other day I weighed her and she was 10 pounds 4 ounces, so that's probably gone up a little bit by now, but she's getting closer to about 10.5 pounds, so she's gained almost a full 3 pounds since birth, and I can definitely tell that she's getting much heavier. It's getting harder and harder to carry her in her car seat. One thing that I have noticed lately over the past probably 2 or 3 weeks is she is drooling so much more. I can definitely tell that she's got to be starting the whole teething process, which I'm not really looking forward to, because I just know, you know, that it's painful for them and they just drool and scream and drool and scream, and the drooling process has definitely started, and I think it's about time to unpack all of her bibs and stuff and start putting bibs on her on the daily. However, for her teething, I do have her, she does have on a teething necklace. She's got this teething necklace on that's allspice and amber beads to kind of help with the pain of the teething process. Hi, baby. You can get teething necklaces pretty much anywhere. Like, you can get them online. There's plenty of people who make them in my town locally. They just make them and sell them around here. And so I bought mine from a person that makes them here locally. My chiropractor sells them. I know you can get them on Amazon. They're not that expensive either, and I know a lot of mamas that swear by them. Cadence has been trying to sit up on her own. She doesn't seem to love the bumbo seat. I could put her in it for a couple minutes, but after like a minute or two, she is trying so hard to get out of it. I don't know if she'll eventually learn to love it, or if she'll eventually learn to like it the more as she gains more control of her head and is actually able to sit up a little bit. But she doesn't really seem to like her bumbo seat, but she can kind of sit up on the couch with me, like if she's leaning on the back of the couch. She kind of flops around a little bit more that way, but she doesn't seem to be as uncomfortable as she is in the bumbo seat. I don't know if it's just uncomfortable for her or if it's just like a preference thing, but we'll see if that changes as she gets a little bit older. She is starting to discover her hands. Like, she is like grabbing at her feet. She's starting to try to grab at her toys. I posted a video, I think on my Instagram, of her grabbing her toy from me, which is, I feel like, is a big milestone for them, because she's going from being like a completely 100% dependent on me for everything to starting to gain a little bit independence by reaching these milestones. She's trying to sit up, she's trying to grab for her toys, and it's just really awesome just to be watching all of her development happening right before my eyes. She is trying to talk and like make all kinds of noises. It's not really much babbling, it's more like high-pitched screeching. Even when she's not mad, if she's as happy as can be, she is screaming and squealing and making as loud of a noise as she possibly can to make her presence known, to remind everybody that she is in the room and all attention needs to be on her. Like, she has quite a personality and it's definitely starting to come out. She's really entering that fun stage of her infancy. She is just, I don't know, I am head over heels for her. I am head over heels in love, and she's got everybody in our entire family wrapped around her little finger, and I can tell that she's gonna be very, very spoiled. I think that definitely has to, you know, I think it definitely comes to the territory of her being the first grandchild on my side and Noah's side of the family. So she is constantly being held, constantly being loved on and talked to. Ever a rare moment of nobody paying attention to her, she will let you know, hello, I'm still here, all eyes should be on me. Really? Am I telling lies? I don't think so. As of right now, Cadence is still being strictly breastfed. She is doing really good with latching from breast to bottle, so I'm very, very thankful about that, because I know that is one thing that I was really freaked out about in the beginning when she first started taking bottles. I was so nervous about her becoming too dependent on a bottle, because I really was not ready for her to wean from being breastfed just yet. She's only 3 months old. I would really like to breastfeed her for probably a year, but at least 6 months. But I would definitely, I feel like my ultimate goal would be a year, even if she's just nursing just to sleep. Even I'm just not ready to give up breastfeeding. It's a bonding thing too, and I also feel like it's what's healthiest for her. And so, you know, she won't have any food of any kind until probably closer to 6 months. And at that point, I still would want breast milk to be her #1 source of nutrition. And then every once in a while, you know, maybe she'll have like one meal or a snack that's actually food, like mashed up bananas, avocado, you know, just some homemade puree recipes that I'd like to try. It's really hard to measure how much she's getting when you are breastfeeding, but when I do give her a bottle, a 4-ounce bottle seems to be perfectly satisfying for her, and she takes a really good nap after she does eat a bottle. And sometimes if I'm able to, I will give her a bottle at night to help her sleep at night. We've also been working with her to sleep in her bassinet, and I'm trying, I would really like, we've been like kind of co-sleeping, is that the word? Co-sleeping for, since she's been born pretty much. We just woke up from a nap, if you can tell that she is making so much noise. She's in a really good mood right now. Now that she's 3 months old, we've been trying, or I've been trying to get her to sleep longer in the night in her bassinet. And then at some point when she's, you know, ready to eat in the middle of the night, I just bring her in bed with me, and then we fall back asleep, and she just, well, and then she'll just sleep the rest of the night with me in bed, and we'll do skin to skin. I think the longest she's slept in her bassinet at night is probably 2 or 3 hours, which I was so happy about. But it doesn't happen as often as I would like for it to, so it's still something that we're working on, and I think she will get better. I need to be better at letting her cry herself to sleep, I think. You know, nurse her until she's ready for bed, and cuddle with her until she's ready for bed, and lay her down, and if she wakes up, I need to just let her cry herself to sleep. And then I think at that point she'll tire herself out enough to where she'll fall asleep and stay asleep for several hours in the bassinet. That's my ultimate goal right now. That's basically it for Cadence. Now I will do a few updates on how I'm doing postpartum. She's talking like crazy. Sometimes when she's really upset, I swear she's trying so hard to say mama. It's the cutest thing ever. I'm gonna see if she'll let me lay her down actually in her crib. We'll see how long that lasts. As far as me for postpartum update, I am feeling pretty good. This week has been a much better week. I did have about 2 weeks where I was feeling just really out of it, really tired, a little bit, I wouldn't say depressed, but maybe like borderline depressed. You guys can probably hear her in the background. I would say maybe borderline depressed. I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily having postpartum depression. I think this 2 weeks there I was getting some really bad cabin fever, just not much was going on, and I'm trying really hard to kind of keep myself busy so that that doesn't happen. This week I've done much better on like getting tasks done during the day, trying to go to the gym, trying to like, you know, clean house, cook dinner, and just keep myself busy. I'm not at all proud to say that I have gained about 10 pounds since she's been born. I have lost all of my baby weight, so that's not an excuse. So she's breastfeeding now, so maybe that'll help. I'm not really sure where I left off at. I was pretty much back down my pre-pregnancy weight like 2 days after she was born, because I literally was like all baby and water weight. Like there wasn't, I didn't really gain any weight. I lost all the baby weight and all the water weight, and I was pretty much back down my pre-pregnancy weight 2 days later. And now since that point, I've gained about 10 pounds just because probably not the smartest choices of eating, and I didn't go to the gym for about 2 weeks, and when I do go to the gym, it's like there's a couple weeks where I was only going like once a week. I am trying to push myself just enough. Like I feel like if I push myself too much and if I sweat too much, then I'll be using all of my water to sweat and not by, you know, producing milk. At least that's something that my midwife kind of mentioned to me, and it kind of made sense. Like today I walked on the treadmill for 30 minutes and then I did a few minutes of ab workouts, and I felt like that was pretty good. I burned almost 400 calories on the treadmill, then did abs, then came home and dropped off Cadence for Noah to watch for an hour, and then my sister and I went to the lake and swam for about another 30 minutes of like hardcore swimming. So I was pretty wore out by the time I got home. Another thing that I'm gonna start trying is Weight Watchers. I haven't officially joined Weight Watchers. I'm not paying for it, but my grandma has lost like 50 pounds on Weight Watchers. My grandma gave me her Weight Watchers calculator so I can start calculating my points, and I figure if I stay between like 30 to 35 points, I think that should be good. So today, today's my first day doing it. However, I didn't start until this afternoon when my grandma gave me the calculator, and I realized that I ate over half of my points just during breakfast this morning. And I thought I was doing good by eating like, you know, whole grain toast and oatmeal, but apparently I had 2 full servings of oatmeal and toast, so I ate just over half of my points in breakfast. So I've been trying really hard for the rest of the day to eat just 35 points or less, and I ate 36 points so far. So I'm okay with that. I think that's pretty good for my first day, but from here on out I'm gonna try and eat just 30 points, and we'll see if that helps. But one thing with Weight Watchers is you can eat anything you want. You just have to count your points and make sure that you are eating as many points as you are allowed to eat. So I'm gonna try that for the next few weeks, along with trying to go to the gym more regularly, and we'll see if I can at least drop these first 10 pounds within the next month or 2. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. With that on top of breastfeeding, I'm hoping that it melts off really easily, but I think it's gonna be a lot easier said than done. It honestly has been much harder than I originally thought that it would be to lose weight. One thing that I was gonna go ahead and mention now that it's been 3 months is sex. Sex is still just a tiny bit painful still, even 3 months out. I feel like there's one particular spot. It's nowhere near excruciating. It's just noticeable. I never did tear. My midwife checked and said that I never did tear, but I'm wondering if I have like a skin mark or something, like maybe I was about to tear. I can definitely feel that something down there is not exactly the same anymore. I don't know if it ever will be, but we were able to have sex again for the first time 3 weeks postpartum. I completely feel like that is because I didn't tear, that we were able to have sex again so soon. I would say it wasn't until probably 6 to 8 weeks postpartum where it really felt normal again. Another thing that I'm starting to notice postpartum symptoms is my hair falling out. It is definitely falling out in clumps, not like handfuls though, but definitely more. I feel like as I'm brushing my hair or after I shower, there's a lot more hair that's falling out, but I definitely don't feel like I'm going bald. I know some women feel like their hair is falling out in clumps and they feel like they're just gonna go bald. It's not like that, but it's definitely noticeably more hair that falls out than normal. One last update is I believe I have gotten my period. I got my first period right at 6 weeks postpartum on June 6th, and then I got another one on July 6th. So I'm curious to see if I'll get one on August 6th. I remember my grandma telling me that after she had her first baby or second baby, she said that her period was like clockwork. She says it was on the day, on the hour, every single month. And I'm like, I was kind of shocked at how regular it was. So I'm kind of wondering if I'll be anything like that, considering how the first 2 months was on the 6th of the month. I didn't look to see what time I got my period, but I'm wondering how regular I will be now after having a baby, because I was pretty regular, you know, before having a baby. I was always able to calculate when I would have my period, or around the time that I would have my period, like around, you know, within 2 days, because my app on my phone, I use the P tracker app, the period tracker app, and it was always within a 2-day range of what it was telling me and when exactly I would get my period. So it was pretty regular. I've used it for a really long time, and I will continue to use it now even after baby. That is pretty much my update, you guys. We are 3 months out. We're still doing really good. Breastfeeding is going good, and now if I could just buckle down and get some of this weight off, because I do not want to be 200 pounds. Not at all. I would love to lose like 30 pounds, 30, 40 pounds would be amazing. We'll just see if I can get there, so I could use all the support and motivation that you guys can give me. Help me. I need some help. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up, and go follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. I do many updates on there. Especially when I tend to disappear for a little while on YouTube. I don't do it intentionally, but once in a while I'll go a week or two without posting a video. But if you go follow me on Instagram, I do lots of updates on there almost every day. At Kayla.Benoit14. It's all the same username. So I will see you guys in our next video. We love you guys. Bye. To where she'll sleep. Oh my gosh, Cadence. I have. Will you stop talking for just 2 minutes? Let me get through this real fast and then we can talk. This week has been... I hope you guys are like getting a good laugh out of this right now. I'm telling you, she is making so much noise. Oh, mom life. Trying to get something done and she's just so distracting. We already talked about you. Now we're talking about mommy. Yeah, we're talking about mommy now.